Good morning. It is Friday, the something of August. I don't know what it is. And it is bright and breezy. We're heading from here in Lancashire to Manchester Airport, picking up a buddy. Of course, who's coming up here to see my old man in the hospital. But today, it is the first day of the EFL Championship season as Wolverhampton Wanderers host our beloved Blackburn Rovers. That's right, we're going to watch that game tonight. But we've got a long, long day ahead of us before then. So sit tight, hold on, and enjoy the ride.
I'm not bothering with it, so I'm just annoying the whole village at the minute. The car is worth about £4,000. The cost to replace the exhaust is 2.5.
Yeah.
I ain't doing it. It's just...
Here we go.
Dry stone walls as well. You watched Clarkson's Farm?
No, it's on the list.
It's phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
I think Linda would like that. Just trying to find a lot of TV.
This is that. Thank you, Blackburn.
This way. Alright folks, here we are at Molineux. We parked up, ready to go. Game kicks off in about an hour and a half time. But before we get into all of that, I want a big shout out, humongous shout out to the doctors, the nurses, the staff at the Royal Blackburn Hospital, of course in Lancashire, looking after my dad. He's been very sick, still under still an inpatient there, and it looks like it's going to be there for a few weeks now. But I want to shout out to those guys for keeping a close eye on him and hopefully getting to the bottom of his illness and hopefully getting back on his 2 feet. So first and foremost, big shout out to those guys. Now let's of course hopefully get the 3 points and kick off the season with a win. That's the old burger van. Yeah. There we are, Molineux. Here we are, Molineux. Breaking news. Adam Armstrong starts for Wolves. Also, we've got no knee room.
At least you don't have
Got no knee room. Linda got loads of room. I'm already in pain. Been in 2 minutes. So, right by the corner flag.
It'd be a cool place.
It is. Made the drive. Belleville drive. But let's wait for kickoff. Sky Sports in the house over there. All the gear, no idea. It's the first game of the season, championship season. And of course, Blackburn Rovers have the honour against Wolves. Time to get a win. Let's see. grabbed Denver at half-time. It's 1-1. Of course, they took the lead. Nice goal, breakaway goal by Wolves. As for Rovers, set piece, header, bullet header, but overall 45 minutes gone. Denver, how we played?
I mean, I had very low expectations for this game, I'll be honest. We'll see what happens in the second half. You know, they've still got some quality on the bench, and Raúl Jiménez, and some really, really good talent, you know, the Premier League experience. So, but look, I'm quietly optimistic, you know. We come in, no expectations, and we put in a reasonably good performance in front of the cameras. I don't know what you think, to be fair. Like, a few players have looked a little bit outmatched. I'm not Appeline on the left. He caught out, but then he is playing against Kieran Trippier, who's you know, Premier League, international experience. So you've got to give maybe a little away. But I think the goal that we conceded, it was a bit sloppy. It was way too open in the middle. But in the whole, we kept quite quiet. You know, I don't think they've had many chances. They've had one or two, one on top of the net, of course. But no, we've had a good 20 minutes, and then we kind of sat in and we settled into the game, and I think that's what's going to happen. If we luckily get another goal, it will be very much back against the wall stuff. So, no, I'm quietly optimistic, quite happy with the first half. What about you, Dirk?
Yeah, strong first half. I think, honestly, we played better than I expected. Positive start to Mowbray's return. Atchison looks top quality at the back.
He's the only one I'd say who's looking to play forward, which is very different from what happened in the past years. You know, we're playing and we feed it back and see he'll either look for that ball over the top, which maybe we'll lose it, but I don't mind seeing that. You know, it's forward thinking, forward play, which Mowbray wants, and then if there isn't that passing, he'll step into space into the field. So I like that. Hopefully he doesn't lose that over, you know, that youthfulness of him. Hopefully doesn't change. And with Mowbray there, which he wants that, I hope it stays. But what I'm not liking is when Campbell's finding the ball in the number 6 role, passing back to centre back. We're not really getting up the field. I want him higher up the pitch. But then when he has been higher up the pitch, he's lost the ball in some silly areas himself. So we'll wait and see what happens in the second half. But I'm quietly optimistic, quite happy. A few silly yellow cards from Campbell and Pitts, but which will maybe see the likes of Ribeiro when maybe the new signings coming on.
Yeah, Morsey comes on, you never know, bully in midfield.
But I think if Morsey comes on, if we're 2-1 up. If we're losing, I can't see him coming up because one silly challenge he's on a yellow straight away and it's not helping him at all. So
I think we've got a few yellows already.
That's what I mean. So I think he will be a definite if we score another goal, or if we're hanging on maybe in the last 20 minutes for a 1-1 draw, you know. But no, I'm quietly happy with that first half, you know. I think like, when they scored that one, I was like, here we go, that's it now. And then we've got a good goal.
I thought it was going to be 2-3 at one point, but we held on, and hopefully we can hang on and get something from this game and make this little trip worth the while in the end. This morning, after the night before, after a long old drive, a long old day, in fact, of course, on Friday, been up and down the country yesterday, back and forth, Manchester Airport, all around Lancashire, and of course down to Molineux, watching the game. It was a fantastic occasion. I think Blackburn did us proud. Opening day of the campaign, everyone didn't know what we were going to get. a lot of Derby doubters out there from neutral fans writing us off for relegation. And hey, of course, it's only day one, match one, but I think already we're seeing a lot of belief in the players, as we're seeing a goal scorer in Guðjohnsen. That's 2-2 now in the Cup. Of course, goals from set pieces, or at least attacking endeavour from set pieces. But yeah, of course, coming away from that first game against the Wolves side, fresh off the back of their Premier League relegation, is absolutely huge, and a good confidence booster moving forward into the next remaining games of this first block of the campaign. But there are some concerns or worries, because the star players are still here. We've got Toff linked now with a move to Celtic. We've got Alabiosu putting in a man of the match performance under the cameras, really gaining more attention, of course, which could lead to departures. And of course, we know how all that pans out. We've seen that last summer with the loss of Travis and Dominic Hyam. Very close to, well, the end of the transfer window, which left us no time to replace them. So that's my main worry, is to be blindsided by the loss of Toth, Alabiosu, and probably there's also maybe a murmur of Cantwell. A lot of people online this morning saying, Cantwell, why was he subbed? Why was he captain sub? But, you know, I'm not going to read into that. I do think that was a strategic move, bringing on Morsi. New signing, try to bully that midfield a little bit, but yeah, good signs. I was a little bit worried when we went 1-0 down. Of course, I think Rovers were the better side before that goal. It was a bit of a breakaway goal for Wolves, but the equaliser put a nice smile on my face. Sean McLoughlin with a bullet header, I think from an Alabiosu cross, maybe. I was on the far side of Molineux. You couldn't see that one. Of course, big shout out to Denver. Of course, he stopped by. He's at the game himself. We had a little chat at half time. Of course, you would have seen that there, and also went a little bit live with Philly Pete. Big shout out to Philly Pete holding the fort. He's unbeaten as well for his start of the campaign behind the microphone. So big shout out to Philly Pete. But then Rovers second half, he took the lead. Guðjohnsen with another great goal by him. Great nasty work down that right hand side. I think Morishita with the cross, and of course he buried it home. I think it's pretty much carbon copy goal from the goal against Burton. So nicely worked, and of course if we can keep him scoring, we'll have no problem. So encouraging signs. I would have taken that, of course, at kick-off. In fact, I did predict a 1-1 draw in this game. I do think Wolves will get better. Of course, with that equalising goal, though, from Jiménez, penalty shout. Again, very hard to see from where we were sat at the away end. But looking at some of the images from it afterwards, it does look like it was outside the box. But by the by, of course, Jiménez is, of course, a player who's been at the top of the game. He was probably going to score, and it was a welcome return. Of course, fans loved it to see him back. And yeah, it was an iconic moment for Wolves having him back. But yeah, kudos to the Rovers fans. Very loud. Very, of course, I think they boosted Rovers' performances yesterday. So a solid all performance, and nice building blocks for the season. And hopefully we can get the right players and get rid of the players to make Tony Mowbray competitive, his boys competitive, and of course challenging, better than a lot of people's expectations. Anyway, that's it. Of course, we now build up to Middlesbrough, which I'm hoping to be there. But of course, we'll see you very, very soon on the videos across the channel. But until then, thanks again. We're done.